fuck that. I'm taking holidays off because this is going to be work. This is going to be work for me, but I'm excited to do it. Welcome to the Gaskast. I'm your host, Chris Gaskin, and this is episode 1. This episode will serve as the intro to this YouTube video series and podcast, and I'm basically doing it Monday through Friday every week, regardless of a holiday, maybe. I don't know. I might, you know what? Fuck that. I'm taking holidays off because this is going to be work. This is going to be work for me, but I'm excited to do it. It's something that I've wanted to do for quite some time now, and I'm finally actually getting into it. So there's going to be a lot of ums and ahs for the first little while I kind of get situated for the first few weeks. And I hope you enjoy what I'm doing. I hope what I do provides you value of some sort. Maybe you'll learn something. Maybe you'll be entertained by something I say, by some rant that I go on, which is a high possibility, a very, very high possibility. I don't know what I'm going to talk about on this podcast / YouTube video series. So, as you've heard a couple times, if you are listening to the podcast on chrisgaskin.net link, that's going to be weird to the podcast listeners when I say link. For the podcast listeners, anytime I say something like link or anytime I go like, hey, check this out right here, I'm usually posting like an annotation on YouTube to an actual link. So clearly, if you're on YouTube, link right here is go to my website, chrisgaskin.net. So it's a great website. You can subscribe to this podcast. And there's a airplane flying over that you could probably hear. This is what happens when I do my first week's worth of a podcast, recording them outside, because my studio's not built yet. And like I said, though, I'm super excited to be doing this. And I really do hope it provides you value some way. I hope you become a fan of mine. I hope you enjoy this. So basically, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what this podcast is exactly going to be. As I mentioned, it's going to be Monday through Friday. The videos will be posted up on YouTube, as well as the audio files will be posted on chrisgaskin.net. They will appear on iTunes under the Gaskast podcast label, part of the Gaskin network, which is my own podcast network on chrisgaskin.net, which includes multiple podcasts, including Chris versus Branding and Who's Asking with Chris Gaskin, which I am getting back into. I'm actually just finishing up recording a bunch to have in the bank and start rolling them out so I could do them more often. So this podcast right here, as I said, the idea is Monday through Friday. The idea is 5 minutes, so it doesn't take super long for me to do. You can listen to it in one quick chunk. You can download it super fast because each file will only be like 4 or 5 megabytes. You know what I mean? I think it's a really smart thing that I'm trying to do here that hopefully is going to catch on. Hopefully you guys like it. It's going to be anything from rants. As I did say, you will see me rant quite a bit. You might see me talk about something that I think is overrated, something that I feel is very overrated. I might do that. I might talk about specific video games one day. I might talk about pro wrestling one day. Who knows? Who knows? But like I said, it's something that I am very excited to be doing. And I might even take Q&A from the Gaskast listeners, which will find maybe the Gaskin Nation. I don't know. I think that actually sounds pretty stupid, but that might stick. Who knows? It's weird to just be rambling by myself incoherently and then post it up online. But yeah, this is the intro to the podcast. If you kind of like what I'm doing here, then I promise you it will be kind of the same as this. I'll try to make it more focused as the episodes go. This will be a learning experience for me as well, especially with the website. But that's it for the first episode. Please subscribe on iTunes or subscribe to my channel. Right there is the little Chris Gaskin logo. Click that, subscribe, and you'll be getting these videos, like I said, every Monday through Friday, as well as I am going to start uploading my podcasts right here on YouTube. If you listen on chrisgaskin.net or iTunes, thank you very much as well. And as I did say, please subscribe to the podcast. That's it for this episode. Have a nice Monday.